for a village school. It's a nice building. Yeah, there's the village school. Horton Village School. Not a bad little looking place. I expect it would be nice going to school there. I went to school in a very similar place which is now being demolished, unfortunately. That looks really nice. Right, I'm heading off to a little place called Horton-Court. It's pretty old. Horton-Court is pretty old. It's when was the Battle of Hastings? 1066, when King Harold caught an arrow through his eyeball. Well, this place was built soon after the invasion by the Normans, because they were the Normans. Oh, is that a deer? It is. I can see a deer. There he is, right in the centre of the picture. A little deer. He's got horns. Might have horns actually. Might be a stag. Oh, he's going to wander off into the undergrowth. Anyway. Oh no, it's a doe. It's a little white bum. Right, let's carry on to Horton-Court. Just saw a wild deer up there. Yeah, we're coming down into Horton-Court towards it. Now Horton-Court was built in 1,000 years ago, 1066 when the Normans invaded. So round about then, it's a Norman church. There's a Norman hall which has been extended in the 15 or 1600s into a proper sort of court, which is now let out for holiday lets. Or it's a bit bumpy down here. I have to stop. I've had to put the other camera on because the camera I was using, which is a bit better for stabilisation, you know, bumpiness, has stopped working. I'm going to have a look at it later. So I put my other camera onto the tripod, but that one's not so good with the stabilisation. Oh, got a lovely view. Yeah, not a bad little place, is it? And this is the track I'm going down on the way to Horton-Court. Let's see if we can do it front ways. Let's see if that works. I'll have to try and avoid the bumps. There's a monument over there, look. So I can zoom in on it. See in the distance? Got a wild zoom on this camera. That's the Hawkesbury monument. That's Hawkesbury over there. See a bumblebee. I just heard one. I can't see the bumblebee, but he's down there somewhere. Right, let's crack on. Let's crack on to Horton-Court. And try and avoid the bumps. Oh, got some people. People are there. you. Yeah, coming down into where Horton-Court is. Slow down a bit. Down to a lovely little hamlet. There's a nice house, look. Just not a bad looking pad, is it? Probably worth £1 million. What about this one here? Not bad. Right. There's the church right next to Horton-Court. Let's go into the churchyard. Church might be open. It's a Sunday though, so there might be people in here. See those things there, these trees here, they're yews. And the reason they were put in churchyards were to, because the wood, that is a great big one here, look, massive. You see those sort of the long stretches, they were carved down and used for longbows during the English Civil War and before, probably. English Civil War, probably a bit before then, but they were used for longbows. I don't know why they put that in the church, but that's why you get yews in churchyards. Right, I'm going to get in there and park my bike up. Plonk it against this wall here. There you go, that's Horton-Court. It's built around a Norman Great Hall. So there's a Norman Great Hall in there somewhere. It might be that chimney. See the chimney? That might be part of the Great Hall. Or might not. But look at the elaborate door. It cost you a few quid to have a doorway like that, a great big oak door. Right, let's have a look around the church. Unfortunately the church is locked. We just have to have a wander around. I'm sure there's a Norman arch here somewhere. There we go, there's a Norman arch, look. Look at that. This is the back of the Horton-Court. It's right next door to the church. Quite literally right next door. This is a lovely old building. Spectacular. Any more Norman arches? Don't walk over the graves. Try and avoid walking over a grave that's 300 years old. Don't know what that's supposed to be. Looks a bit... Oh, that's the old heating system. Must be, yeah. God, do you think they'd demolish it and build something a bit more in keeping? Right, there's the church. Lovely graveyard. Oh look, someone must own those graves. Look, they've just cut around the graves. Oh no, actually saying that they've trimmed around loads of them. So they're probably going to come back and mow the rest of the churchyard at some point. Right, I'm going to take you to another church now. Hopefully that one's open. What's that for? Perhaps horses come in here. There again, perhaps they don't. Don't know what that's for. Lovely looking door work. Lovely. Right, let's get back on the open road. Oh, trying to avoid the bumps. Oh, lovely and cool. There's a little bit of a woodland. Pheasant squawking. Oh, extension to the graveyard back there. Right, so down here somewhere is another church. I think it's... Is it Hawkesbury Church? We'll soon find out. It might be Hawkesbury Church. Oh, smell the wild garlic. Look, wild garlic. You can eat the leaves. I'd imagine they'd be quite garlicky. Look, tons of it in here. What you want is a pestle and mortar and grind all that up and spread it on your steak. Look. The whole woodland's full of it. And the flowers are coming out too. What a beautiful woodland. Them trees in there, look at that great big one up there, look. That's about a 500-year-old tree. Right, let's get on to the old Hawkesbury Church. We're going to avoid the bumps. Oh no, we got a tractor coming. We're doomed! We're doomed! I'm going to have to pull over just here, methinks. Oh, let's move over a bit. Oh. We survived the tractor onslaught. Oh, what a lovely part of the country. We're right on the Cotswolds here, the Cotswolds. About 96 miles long, is it, the Cotswolds? We're right on the edge. Some people walk it. They come over from America and Australia, and also I've met all sorts of nationalities walking the Cotswold way. Oh, we're twisted again. Better. I'm going to find somewhere nice and picturesque. That's it. That's the word. Oh, because I can't go in the pubs anymore because they're all shut. Well, it's sort of shut. They do takeouts. I brought a can of bird with me. I've got a can of beer. I'm gonna have to do something about that camera. It keeps going a bit skew. I'm starting to seriously wonder whether this lane goes anywhere. Starting to get decidedly ropey in places. More dirt track than lane. I know people get a lot of dirt tracks in America, but over here most of the lanes do tend to be tarmacked. Oh, look at the Ransom in the hedgerows, look. Wild garlic. Oh God. Whew. People seem to think that having an electric bike is all pleasure. Well, I can assure you, on hills it's not. There's only so much juice. Whew. Oh. Oh, you have to have a rest in a minute. Have a rest and look at the view. Whew. Now, where's this pesky church? I haven't gone past it, have I? It's got to be round here somewhere. Oh, got a bit skew whiff. The Welsh mountains in the distance. Whew. Got some bluebells over there. Let's go and have a look at the bluebells. Whew. There's your bluebells. Right, let's see if I can find this pesky church. It's got to be here somewhere. Ah, we're here. There's the church. There's the church. Oh, little hamlet. Priest parking. It must get pretty busy here. Yeah, some more ewes. Let's go and have a look round the churchyard. It goes way up there, doesn't it? Way up there. And it's got a door somewhere. I don't think they'd be able to use these yew trees for many longbows. Oh, it's got a crypt. Is it open? Possibly. Nope. Yeah. You'd think in this time of crisis, ooh, that's a Norman arch. You'd think in this time of crisis, you'd be allowed to pray, wouldn't you? Normally the churches are open. Let's have a look round. Look, it's got battlements. In the days when churches had to protect themselves from marauding peasants. We've got a nice door hinge. It's a bit fancy, that door hinge, isn't it? Imagine digging one of the... I'm always digging these up. These bits. They tend to sort of stop there, but this is a bit more fancy. Yeah, marauding peasants. Oh dear, Got a bit of a drainage problem. Look at that, on that house there, see those round things? That's to stop the house from falling apart. A bit of subsidence. Probably all the moisture in the ground. I don't think we walk around this side. These lovely old gravestones. Oh look, there's a bench over there. I could have me can of beer on that bench. Better not. Might get frowned at by the local people that live here, like the villagers. I'll go and find a secluded hedge. I haven't seen a police car today, so they're not out hunting for people. Not round here anyway. We're too far out in the countryside. You know, you're not allowed to be enjoying yourself, are you, during this plague? Let's have a look at that door there. No, not that old. So these churches are all sort of mostly a mismatch of bits and pieces. That lovely old building over there. That's a nice medieval barn if ever I saw one. Oh, got your own post box in the wall. That's dead handy. I've got a lightning rod and a weather vane. It's a beautiful spot. There's a cross up there, look. For some reason. Don't know why. Perhaps someone fell off their horse just there. You know, in loving memory of Frank and Frederick. Rest in peace. Yeah, that is one medieval barn over there. That's a 500 or 600-year-old barn for sure. Look at the stone roof tiles. Look at the way the roof's sagging. I don't live in a bad part of the countryside, do I? Right, let's get back on my bike and see if I can find another village. Oh, I just noticed something. That looks like a well. It was. I think it was a well one time, but now it's a pump. Look at the water coming out. Must be spring fed. It's a wonder they don't have a nice little tap here and drink it. Right, in here I got a can of beer, and it should be quite cold. Oh, it is. Yeah, look, I've got a can of Bird, and it's ice cold because I've got these things you stick in the freezer if you've had an injury, like digging too many holes in one day and you pull a muscle. You stick them in blue things. They are blue. You stick them in the freezer. This is gonna fizz. Oh, not too bad. You stick them in the freezer and they freeze, obviously. and then you just wrap it around your can of beer. So when you have your break and a rest, you've got freezing cold beer. Oh. It's only lager, but real ale don't go too well in cans. Plus it's a hot day. I do like lager on a hot day. Oh. Oh, look at all those freshly ploughed fields down there. Oh yeah, freshly ploughed. Oh, what's that walking? Oh, there's some people walking across the field. There might be a footpath going across that freshly ploughed field. Oh, yeah. This is the life. Well, it's not much of a life, is it? Can't go metal detecting. But you know, it's like a permanent holiday of sorts. Not really a holiday. Yeah. What a beautiful view. Ooh. Pardon me. Oh, sorry about that, my lovers. I was chatting to those people that were walking down the hill. I'm going to put the rest of this can of beer in this water bottle I got here. Oh, I got his water bottle. And then I'm going to have the odd swig on my way home. Right, put that in my trolley. My trolley? What trolley? In my basket. I got a basket here. You probably might have seen it on my previous cycling video, the basket with the camera on it. Take this can home with me and put it in the bin when I get home. And I will refreeze that little handy pad, because that was kept my beer lovely and cool. Whew. Gosh, baking. It is baking. Oh, cool breeze. Woo.
Of my true love, and gently drops the rain. I have never had but one true love. In greenwood he lies slain. I'll do so much for my true love, as any young girl may. I'll sit and mourn all on your grave for 12 months and a day.